All right, folks, time to make a meal. May not officially be summer, but it sure feels like it. That means it is time to break out the grill. Now, this may not be the real deal, but we're still grilling, and we're making Thai butterfly shrimp, so it smells terrific, it looks terrific, and this is a nice substitute for when you can't get outside, maybe can't get to a grill, or if you're like me, I'm a little intimidated by the outdoor grill, I gotta admit.
Yeah, this is a really nice to have at the house. I mean, I use it a lot. I do a lot of parties in people's homes, and sometimes rather than having to run inside and back outside, if I have a bunch of things going, this grill works perfectly for that.
Okay, so the practical chef, Craig Nassar, is here with us, and first let's talk about the marinade for this shrimp.
Okay. First thing we're going to do is I'm going to come over here. We're going to put some coconut juice in, or coconut milk,
yeah,
which is going to give it the sweetness to it.
Now, what about if someone doesn't have a food processor? Can you put it in the blender?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Just throw it into your blender, okay? Then we have some Fresnos, red Fresnos, peppers. We're going to put those in. We were talking during the commercial. This is cilantro stems. Now, when you're using cilantro or parsley or the stems have a lot more flavor in them than the actual leaves do. So if we're gonna puree this. So if you're gonna use something that's gonna get pureed that calls for parsley or cilantro or something like that, by all means use the stems up.
Which I never knew. Yeah. Did you guys know that? I never knew that.
Yeah, there's a lot more flavor in the stems. Okay, so then we got some green onions in here. And we have some fresh ginger.
Ooh.
I'm gonna put that in there.
Now, why is it?
What?
It's in squares. What's up with that?
That's because how I peeled it.
Okay.
Yeah,
the most bizarre looking ginger I've ever seen.
I peeled it with a knife, so it was just a lime juice.
All right.
Lime zest. And then, of course, garlic. And I like
garlic.
lots of garlic.
Yes, me too.
And then I'll put a pinch of salt and pepper in here as well. Now, what we need to do, and I know you like to do this, Allison, so I'm going to let you
now,
handle it.
Remember, you have to tell me when to stop.
Last time Faye had to tell you, okay, enough with the blender.
Faye is our rock star producer,
yes.
by the way.
So go ahead, turn her on.
Okay.
All right, and just let it go for a few minutes or a minute or so. All right, I'm going to talk about the shrimp real quick.
Break anything yet on
No, she's good. But I'm going to.
She hasn't seen too many days in the kitchen.
When something calls for peeled and deveined, when you peel it, you're going to obviously peel the shrimp. When you're just going to devein it, you're going to just take this down here, and then there's this little vein in here that you remove, okay? Now, this recipe calls for butterfly. Now, this is not butterfly. When you butterfly a shrimp, you're going to cut it a little bit farther down, not all the way through, so that it's actually flattened, kind of like a butterfly. So if a recipe says butterfly, that's what you want.
What it means.
If it says peeled and deveined, then you just want to do this, and as you can see, it's not as wide. It's not as wide at all. So you see the difference. Okay. Now the other thing is I soak these wooden skewers.
And you always want to do that, right?
Absolutely. When it goes on the grill, it prevents them from burning. All right.
How long do you soak them?
I'll soak them overnight sometimes.
Yeah,
I mean, but at least a good hour so that the water gets absorbed in there. So when you're skewering them, you want to come in from the tail, like so. And then you put a couple on there, 2 or 3, however you want to do it. Now what we would do with that when it was that's done, open that up, will you, Rob? Take a smell of that.
Oh, that's good.
Now if you were to taste that as it is right now, you're going to have a real sweet flavor to start from the coconut milk, and then you're going to finish it with that spiciness, okay?
Taste it, Rob.
So
here's a spoon.
Different utensils around anymore.
Go ahead. All right. So then after you've skewered all your shrimp, you want to put it into a little container like I have here, and then you're going to pour that over the top of it, which we don't need to do. I have marinade in there already.
So we have about a minute left. Now, this isn't something where you want to let these sit overnight in the marinade, is it?
No. When you're marinating something like a shrimp or any kind of fish, the most like 30 minutes to an hour tops, and then put it onto the grill.
Especially when it has lime juice, right? Because it'll
Absolutely, it's going to cook it. Absolutely. That's a very good point.
See, I knew that.
So
did you look that up?
These have cooked about 5 minutes on each side. And what I'm doing is I'm serving it with a little bit of a salad. You could do it with some grilled vegetables are nice. I'm going to put that on there like that.
30 seconds, my friend, so you need to try.
And I'm going to give one to Rob over here.
See, I cheated there.
Now here's something, a little trick. What I have here is a little ginger sesame dressing, and I'll put that a little on the salad.
All right.
Excuse me, but I'm also going to put a little on the shrimp
Okay, what do you think?
when you serve it. What do you think,
Thumbs
Rob?
up, Greg.
Is it all right?
Nice.
Does it work?
To
Excellent.
get this recipe, you can go to KVOA.com. It's all on there. We'll be right back.